Sports Beat is brought to you by Ken Garff. We hear you.
Thanks for watching Sports Beat on this Saturday, packed with live sports. JJ and Sam with you for the next half hour. Will there be a college football season this fall? Well, we have news today that gives us doubt.
Yeah, whether there's a season or not, the BYU Cougars, they continue camp, and they now have an opponent to prepare for. Their thoughts on the season opening game with the Naval Academy.
But we got to start with what you just saw. The Utah Jazz. Who would you like to see the Jazz match up with in the first round of the playoffs? The Rockets?
No.
The Thunder?
No.
Or the Nuggets? Okay, I like that too. Well, if the Nuggets are your answer, like Sam, we got a preview this afternoon.
Yeah, the Jazz had a full lineup against the Nuggets, too, after sitting out Friday in a loss against the Spurs. Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, Mike Conley, Royce O'Neal, they were all back. They had the fresh legs to face Nikola Jokic and company.
And it was an awesome game. How would you like to see this in a first-round playoff series? Let's make it happen. The key matchup, Rudy Gobert versus Nikola Jokic. And in the first half, Rudy dominated that matchup. He outscored the Joker 14-2 in the first half. Rudy had success rolling to the basket on the high pick and roll. Ingles finding him. Niang finding him on the perimeter for the easy dunk. And then Rudy just going to hammer on Jokic. Oof. Dominating, cutting the rim, opening things up for the shooters on the perimeter. Great ball movement leading to hot shooting from three. The first half stats for the Jazz were crazy. 62% shooting from the field, 12 of 21 from three. That's 57%. 12 of 16 on catch and shoot threes. Georges Niang came off the bench and was on fire. 3 for 3 from three. Joe Ingles, he had 3. Jordan Clarkson, 4 of 6 from 3. Royce O'Neal, Mike Conley, Donovan Mitchell each made a 3. The Jazz made 22 threes in the game, and they led 63-49 at the half. But things would change midway through the third quarter. The Jazz 3 stopped falling, and the Nuggets stars found their rhythm. Michael Porter Jr. having a breakout performance in the bubble for the Nuggets. 2 points at half. He finished with 23. Ties the game at 90 in the fourth. Meanwhile, the Jazz go ice cold. They missed 11 of 12 field goals during a stretch late in the fourth. Donovan missing some bunnies at the rim. The Nuggets take advantage. Jamal Murray's been out with injury, but played against the Jazz, and he was a monster. So clutch. Gives Denver the lead with 40 seconds left. Next possession for the Jazz. Woof, another miss at the rim, and the Nuggets are going to make them pay. And look at Jamal Murray get out in transition. He's one of the best in the game at this. He had 23 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists. It looked like the game was over. The Jazz down 4 with 10 seconds left, but Joe Ingles comes up with a huge play, deflecting the inbounds pass off the hand of Michael Porter Jr. So the Jazz have life, and what a shot by Donovan Mitchell. The Jazz are within 1. After Nuggets free throw down 2, Donovan splits defenders and scores the game-tying bucket, and the Jazz force overtime. In overtime, Jazz fall behind 6 again, but fight back. Mike Conley and 1. Joe Ingles, another big 3. He's going to, after a Donovan Mitchell and 1, here comes Ingles with the 3. And then Donovan Mitchell with a big-time shot. The Jazz take a 2-point lead. The Nuggets tie it with free throws with less than 10 seconds left. Donovan clutch again.
Trying to get the lead. Got it! 3.4! Mitchell's done it again!
But Donovan left the Nuggets with 3.4 seconds. And that's all Jokic needs to force a second overtime. He had 3.4. He took 3.2. Heartbreak there. We get a second overtime. The Jazz without Rudy Gobert. He fouled out late in OT. Jokic keeps scoring. He finished with 30 points and 11 rebounds after having 2 at the half. He also had 7 assists, and this one hurt. A step back by Murray. What a game for him, playing hurt. Donovan finished with 35 points, but it wasn't enough. A great battle, but a learning experience for the Jazz. They hope pays off in the playoffs.
Really the only reason why I'm upset, because I should know that. I should know that I should kind of attack around 4 or 3. That's a mental error on my part, and I feel like if I do that, hit the same shot, they don't have an opportunity to do that. So that's on me, and I definitely have that mental error. But at the end of the day, it's a learning process, and I'm glad we learned it now and not in like game 4 or 5 of the playoffs.